Thank you. Firstly, to say thank you to Rob, because as Laura said, he makes videos, we make videos, and we sort of collaborated this morning, so he's using the camera, so I'm not normally used to standing here. I prefer to be where Rob is. But what I want to ask you the question this morning is, who loves cookies? Not 2 people love cookies, 3 people, a few people love cookies. I love cookies. Chocolate chip is my variety, but I want to make a confession to you that I'm a bit of a cookie user. Sorry, but you know, I wanted to get out in public this morning. I am a cookie user. But the type of cookies I use are actually on my website. And who's heard about the EU cookie law? A few of you. Who's not heard about the cookie law? Who's not sure if they've got any cookies on their website? Right. Well, you can have some of mine later on, all right? I'll give you some of my cookies. But of course, they're different. They're not biscuits. They're not, you know, tasty. They're small files that are used on most websites. Probably 95% of websites use a cookie of some sort. They're small text files that record information about that website visit. Now, it might be which pages you visited. It might be if you clicked a Facebook like button on a web page, it will record that as a cookie. It may be, and this is often what people get a little bit uppity about, if you visit a website and say you search for holidays in Dubai and you find a website, some tracking cookies will actually pick up that you're looking for holidays in Dubai. So you can be visiting another website that's not anything about holidays in Dubai, and all these adverts start popping up about holidays in Dubai. So there's different levels of cookies. But a year ago, back in May last year, the EU, in all their wisdom, decided they were going to do something about these cookies. But rather than sort of attacking the cookies that were the baddest cookies, they decided to go across the board and basically target all cookies. So back in last month, in the UK, basically the law says you have to tell people if you use cookies on your website. The problem is, and they have to agree to you using those cookies. The problem is, what does consent, what implies consent? Does it the fact that you've told them about it imply that you're happy to use them on your website, or do you actually have to accept, they have to accept the fact, press a button and say accept? So anyway, don't get too worried about it at this point in time, because the government websites have largely done nothing so far, and they're the people who are supposed to be enforcing it. But what you do need to be aware of is that at some point it will be enforceable. So it depends on what you do to as it were, cover yourself. Because they say there's a fine of £500,000, but I doubt for smaller companies it's going to be anything like that. There's different things you could do. You could just put up a cookie information page to say what cookies you collect on your website. That's the approach that we've taken with our website and with our customers. You could take the approach, which is the other approach, of actually having a little pop-up which says, we use cookies on our website, do you accept them? That, again, might be what's required. Our view at this point in time is that it might not be, but it could be. But the problem with that is, if you use, for example, Google Analytics to track your website visits, that you won't then be able to track those website visits. The Information Commissioner's Office, who sort of oversee this information, oversee cookie law, did back in January, they put up a banner on their website saying, we use cookies, do you accept it? And their website visitors went down by 90%. Not because necessarily their website visitors went down by 90%, but they did have no idea of who was visiting their website, what they were visiting their website for. So it becomes a problem. So it's only affecting EU websites. So if you've got a website, you're running a business in the EU, you're affected. The rest of the world can carry on. So Maryland cookies, in Maryland, they can carry on using their cookies and it's not a problem. So all I would say is that look at what you need to do, take a view for yourself of what, you know, what's the best thing for you, but just be aware of the issues of the law and how it might affect your own marketing, because by doing too much perhaps will actually have a negative effect on your business. That's it.